Hello, this is Hypnotherapist Scott Burke here, and this presentation here is about alcohol. If you ever listen to my other presentations, they're quite light-hearted, laid back. This one's not. Alcohol is or can be one of the most difficult things to work with. It's not because it is more difficult per se, it really boils down to the people I work with. If you have an alcohol issue and you're trying to blame everyone else and everything else for your situation and not taking any responsibility, then that thought pattern desperately needs to change. Don't get me wrong, bad things happen, unfortunate things happen, but it's very important that if you're coming to see myself with regards to alcohol, that you're there to focus on yourself. I cannot do anything else about circumstances, third parties, etc. When it comes to alcohol as well, I do look for a commitment. What I mean by that is, for the most part, for most of the therapies I work with, I do give people options. You know, the standard option, which is done over 3 sessions, the super saver option, which is 1 appointment done over a couple of hours, with the best of the 3 sessions, if you will. And I also have this thing called the Hypnotherapy party, ironically, whereby you got a group of like-minded people together. For a common purpose, a common goal. Now these 3 options are still available. I mean, I'm not saying this is best or that's best. You'll make that decision, or we would make that decision, what we think is best for you. But I would strongly recommend that the thorough standard option when it comes to alcohol. Now, as far as availability is concerned, I am available 7 days a week, first thing to 9 p.m. I am a full-time professional. I'm not working from a converted bedroom in my home or something like that. Nothing wrong with that per se, but I think there's, particularly for something like this, I think it's good to be able to go somewhere private and everything, as I said, confidential. It doesn't go in your health records or indeed anything like that. But I'm really as good as my customers. So if you come into this and take it seriously, then you get every chance of success. I don't follow, the 12 steps program or anything like that. Other people can do that, and if that's the route you want to go down, that's fine. I have my own approach. My feeling is the work needs to be individualized. You have to call a spade a spade. It can be quite emotional in some circumstances. But I'm not here to win a popularity contest. This is not about you coming at the end of the appointment, these sessions, and thinking, what a nice guy, but I feel exactly the same. This is all about, as I said, you helping yourself. So alcohol, particularly in this country, is a major issue. I mean, as at the time of this recording, they're talking about bringing in minimum pricing per unit. I do not see that working. Why do I say that? Because I've worked with a lot of smokers. Cigarettes have gone up and up and up and up. What happens? They'll put more money towards the cigarettes and less for everything else. I can see a real problem with minimum pricing. So I don't want to get too political, but I just plain do not see that working. In fact, I can actually see a lot of third parties, children of living in families with alcoholics suffering greatly because the money would go towards alcohol, therefore less for the family. Now, a lot of alcoholics that I work with are functioning alcoholics. There's that part. They're usually, it's not unusual for it to be well educated, upstanding, business orientated perhaps. It's not always the typical stereotypical image people have of alcoholics, down in their luck, drinking from a bottle in a bag kind of thing. But so alcohol goes right across the spectrum. And that's another reason why I think minimum price is a waste of time as well. If someone's on a good income, they can afford it too. As far as ages is concerned, it really doesn't matter. It could be young, it could be old, it could be male, it could be female. Quite a lot of people who do contact me with regards to alcohol is usually a parent, husband, wife, etc. of the person with the issue, and then they go off and speak to them as well. So what I'm very much saying here is that this is something that has to be taken seriously. There's so much alcohol out there. I mean, let's just look at the 2 most commonest programs in the UK: EastEnders, Coronation Street. Where's one of the main settings for both of those programs? In a pub. There you go. It's very much in the public psyche, alcohol. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not teetotal, because I never have a drink or anything, but there's having a drink, there's having a drink. And you might want to come to me to reduce your alcohol, you might want to come to me to stop your alcohol. I work with you, we work on it together, the work is personalised, so it's generally what you think is right, but I will say my part as well, if I think something is more sensible, then I'll also say that as well. Like all my work, I don't always mention this, is that if you want to bring somebody down with you and sit in within the sessions, then of course you can do it. Sometimes that's not a bad idea. That way this other person knows exactly what's going on, what's been said, and what the strategy is. I do offer free 20 to 30 minute consultations. I don't know if I said this already in this presentation because I say it quite a lot, but it's just something I would recommend, at least to have a chat in advance of coming to work with myself. Rapport is very important in all my work that I do, but rapport is very, very important. So if you want to come down to, I'm talking about Inverness address, for a 20 to 30 minute meetup, really to introduce, to meet me, for me to meet you, to talk things over. Obviously we're not technically doing any work, but if nothing else gives you a chance to meet myself and to see if you want to work with me. But what I do very much insist upon is that you see the work through to the very end. And it's one of those very, very, very few areas that the commitment I ask from yourself is set appointments and set times to make sure that you actually are committed to effectively helping yourself. So, unlike my other presentations, not the most light-hearted one you've ever heard, but I dare say a lot of people listen to this because maybe a loved one is going through a difficult time and they want to hear more from myself. If you are somebody who knows somebody that maybe needs my help and you want to talk to me briefly, probably over the phone to begin with, then of course you can do that as well. Please understand that I might not always be available, and please also, if I'm contacting you, to have a landline number, because my landline number doesn't allow for mobiles, quite expensive, so please have a landline number available as well, and to let me know what time's best to contact yourself. If you want to know more per se, you can go to scottburke.com, and you can find my contact details there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as alcohol is concerned. What I'm basically saying is that it is a growing area. It is one of the most fastest growing areas that I work with. You can probably work that one out yourself anyway. So that's all I'm going to say in regards to alcohol. If you want to know more, please do get in touch. But in the meantime, thank you for your time, and by all means do get in touch if you wish. Okay, bye for now.